everyone, and today we will be doing Bruise Basics. So Bruise Basics is all about how to create a wound. I have my Mehron Bruise palette. Kind of simple and easy. So the way bruises are made by force into the skin, which has the capillaries rise to the surface of the skin to create a bruise. Now, I'm going to be making a healing bruise today, but I'm going to go through with my palette. You will need some purplish, a dark purple color, a brownish color, a green and yellow to make it look like it's healing, or you're going to need some reds, some blues, and some green and yellow colors, really, if you're not going to make it with a bruise palette. Other palettes I have used some Morphe palettes, some Sephora palettes, a whole bunch of other palettes to create bruises, but I'm going to use my professional special effects palette today. So now we're going to start off by making the bruise. I'm going to have this little brush and just go in and get some blue, or the dark blue color. It's actually color Midnight Sky. Now, bruises will not form on bones, such as your cheekbone. They will form around the bone, because there's no capillaries on your bones. They will form around your nose bone. They will not form on bones. They will form on skin, more so to speak, if you have an under eye issue. I'm going to do a black eye for today, but just showing you guys, they will not form on bone. They will form where tissue is, muscle is, and whatever. So now I'm going to be taking the blue on my eye and creating some type of black eye look. Now, bruises are not symmetrical. I'm obviously going to go in a few times with the blue just to get it on my eye. No bruises are symmetrical in any way, shape, or form. You can make it, this is going to be your rough drafts with the dark color, so you can make it as sloppy as you want. It doesn't really matter. Go up a little bit right here. Just making it look like I kind of got a black eye. So then we're going to get a tissue and clean off my brush. You want to clean off your brush every time, especially using this palette, every time, so you don't mix colors, especially in the palette. I had some red on here and it did just get on the tissue, so you always want to clean your brush in between. Next, I'm going to take the color Burnt Maroon. It's this brownish color, and this will be like your final draft. So this will be what you want your bruise to look like. Like, this is what the shape of your bruise is going to look like. Go over the blue in any way you want to. And I sometimes go around my wound with the brown, not like fully around it, but like just so I know where I put the brown. And then I'm cleaning off my brush again, like normal. You will also need a sponge. Do I have my blending sponge? No, I don't. I gotta grab a blending sponge real fast. My blending sponges are the wedges that you can buy at like drugstores or like Walgreens or Walmart, anywhere that really sells makeup products. But next, we're gonna go in with Spanish olive, and we are going to get some on the brush, and we're gonna dash it around a little bit. So you don't want one continuous line of green. You wanna like make it look like it's scattered. And I use both green and yellow. You can use green only and go around the whole thing, but I use both to make it look realistic. And that's what you want with special effects. Now I'm taking yellow. I think it's called Mason yellow. I think that's what it's called. And then you want to go around the rest of it that you did not put the green and put the yellow in. So now that that is done, I like to take my spongy. Where is my scissors? I normally cut the sponge. Let me find my scissors. I don't even know where my scissors went. I'll find them somewhere. So with my scissors, I take the sponge and I cut it in the middle in half. Boom. And then again in half. And these are my, as I accidentally drop it, these are my blending ones. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna start at the dark color and just start blending out. You're gonna start with the dark color and blend your way out to the yellow and the green. It's okay if you draw the color out, that is so normal. For the dark, it normally just stays dark, so you wanna kind of blend it out. So make sure you can't really tell that it's fake. And I'm just blending. I blend out. When you're blending, you wanna push out kind of, so it gives it more of a realistic look. And this is the final product. It looks like you were punched in the face or whatever you wanna put the bruise, except bones, like I said before. No, for face, no chin bones, nose bones, cheek bones. Now, when you get a black eye, there's more tissue around the eye. Forehead, you really don't get bruises, but you can if you get enough trauma, like enough pressure into the skull, you can actually make your head bleed. On special effects, you can also do bruises on the arms, hands, legs, anything really. You can actually put bruises anywhere except bone. You can always do a rib cage bruise. It's where, like, you know where your bones are in the rib cage, you go in between the rib cages so it looks like you got bruises around it, around your rib cage. And then I cut this part off. I should do that right now. And I save the rest of it. I cut that part off and I have the rest of this to blend with. Highly recommend the Mehron bruise wheel. I think it was on Amazon for like $14. Like, it's cheap in the big scheme of things. It's cheap, but I highly recommend it. The red I use for irritation in this, but highly recommended. It's lasts up to 30 months, so you know you're gonna get a good quality product out of it. There's 5 colors. There's Bloody Rose, that's the red, Maizen Yellow, Spanish Olive, Midnight Sky, and Burnt Maroon. That's it.